This match is held under the supervision and regulation.
Starting lineup of the PLDT high-speed hitters, the same 5 they had in the loss against Creamline. 4 players in double digits, Reyes with 13, Samonte with 10, Palomata with 14, and Ceballos with 11. In the meantime, it's also no change for Yen Min Teng, the head coach of KINGWHALE Taipei. It's the same starting 6, 10 points for Mau Mau, Yuen, and Carvalho, the Brazilian import, with 14 points. Those are the key players they have to look out for, along with Lee Jun Chen, who had 10 against Army. So 3 players in double digits for KINGWHALE Taipei.
Well, we have to mention really the importance of this game because both still, we said it in the pregame, are vying for a spot in the finals. And of course, PLDT, we mentioned, coming off that loss against Creamline, they want to bounce back and they want to beat the KINGWHALE.
That's right. An error on the attack by Chen Chie, who had 6 points, 13 receptions for KINGWHALE Taipei last Monday. They're playing on a back-to-back here today, but these players are young.
Yeah, for sure. They're
we have to tell the viewers that you know it's not easy what these players are going to go through. They will have a couple of days break tomorrow and on Thursday, but then Friday, Saturday, they're again doing back-to-backs.
And Sunday.
And Sunday, that's right, because they, regardless of the result, they will make it either in the championship match or the battle for 3rd place.
Yeah, but you know, we all know young players, young athletes, they're just gung-ho to play. I mean, if you make them play every day, it's better than going through training, right? At least they're playing a game, so you know the mentality of these players. They just want to have fun.
Giray sends it over. Chance ball here for KINGWHALE. A nice tip by Chen Chie for the first point of KINGWHALE Taipei in the opening set. Let's check in with Franny Reyes.
Yes, KINGWHALE Taipei is a young team. They're student athletes, after all. But I spoke with their team manager, Angel, who told me that they're both excited and nervous to be competing in the Invitational Conference. You know, it was a confidence boost to them yesterday when they won against Army. But they've been training and they keep training so that they can be strong to keep up with professionals like the likes of our athletes in the PVL. They said that they want to improve everything that they did yesterday because, as she put it, tomorrow is always going to be better than today, and we can expect a great game of volleyball from them and the PLDT high-speed hitters.
All right, thank you, Franny. According to Coach Yen Min Teng, this is the first time they mixed actually young and veteran players in a tournament, because out of the 14-player lineup, 7 are in their first tournament ever. So this is the first time the team has done it. But they're saying, we're happy the PVL invited us. In our first game against Army, we felt good. This was also the first time we played in a big gym because there's nothing like this in Taiwan. And we're just excited to play more games in this tournament. Right now, they are getting punished, though. Mika Reyes, all of the attack points of PLDT have come from her so far.
Well, obviously, that is the advantage of PLDT over KINGWHALE. The centers, pretty tall centers. And in yesterday's game, the little bits that I was able to watch, I saw not much middles, not much quicks, not much play. So they will be challenged about KINGWHALE today because PLDT loves to go to the middles.
That's right. They've got Del Palomata, they've got Mika Reyes. And yesterday, one of the things that was problematic for Army, they could not get, as you see, a tip off the blockers going outside Ceballos with her first point. Army couldn't get a good first ball on a consistent basis.
Yeah, not only that, I remember Z was talking about fatigue factor. It looked, I mean, from my point of view, they looked really tired yesterday. A lot of, they couldn't convert, a lot of errors there. That's uncharacteristic for the Army Black Mamba. So anyway, for today's game, you know, PLDT, they want to take advantage of their set plays, really.
Although PLDT, same position as Army, although with an extra day's rest, this team is also coming off a 5-set loss. Same as Army, a 5-set game. But let's be honest, Army obviously they're much more advanced in years. Some of the players they need longer recovery periods compared to PLDT.
Yeah, I totally agree, but we have to give it to PLDT because the question was, how will they perform after that 5-set heartbreaking loss to Creamline? Well, so far, they're looking good.
That's right. Leading by 3, Chin Basas on the attack. There's an attack by Lee Jun Chen. Ceballos answers. That's picked up by Chen Xie. A push is good for Mau Mau Yuen.
Well, they're sensing, I'm talking about KINGWHALE, they're sensing a weakness in the defense of PLDT. That's, I think, the second point off a drop ball. So if you're PLDT, obviously you have to adjust. You have to expect those drops.
4 serving 6. Here's Beatriz Carvalho, a Brazilian import. Basas picked up by Carvalho. Ilan will set it up. There's a block against Lee Jun Chen. She will try again. Down the line, it's outside.
That was close. Someone that was far from covering the line. Lucky break for PLDT. Too much angle there.
A lot of early errors on the part of KINGWHALE today.
Well, you talked about errors. I was looking at some stats. They actually committed 27 errors
That's
yesterday. So that's one thing for KINGWHALE you want to minimize, obviously, today.
Oh, a balancing act by the ball picked up by Di Maculangan. Palomata scores. So PLDT as well, Noreen, wasn't pretty good with taking care of the ball. 34 errors versus Creamline in that 5-set loss. 8-4 PLDT up over KINGWHALE in the opening set. Carvalho, Beatriz Carvalho of KINGWHALE Taipei, the leading scorer for the team in a win against Army yesterday. Here's Chin Basas now serving only 1 point in the loss against Creamline for Basas. Attack is outside for Lee Jun Chen.
Well, you did mention 1 point for Chin Basas. I mean, you know she has to produce more than that, because that position, the opposite, has been very important for PLDT's play, right? Their offense, so Basas has got to score.
She was off the bench in the second and third sets, did not play in the fourth, started again in the 5th set, talking about Basas in that loss against Creamline. Chance ball here for PLDT. Ceballos, that's into the net, going to be 4 touches.
Yeah, that was clear. But you were mentioning the errors of PLDT against Creamline. That's 34 errors.
34.
Right? But that was 5 sets. We're talking about 27 in 3 sets. And they won that game. So imagine had they committed less, then it would have been an easier journey.
Right now, nothing easy for KINGWHALE Taipei. They are down by 4.
Oh, good serve.
Lee Jun Chen with a serve. Palomata picked up by Carvalho. And Lee Jun Chen from the back row. Palomata again, picked up again by Carvalho. A tip is blocked. Ceballos. Palomata in the middle. Again by Carvalho. Oh, they go to Chen Xie. That's into the net for Chen Xie.
You got to give it to the defense of PLDT. Obviously frustrating KINGWHALE. And you said Chen Xie hits it into the net.
Chen Xie, 6 points, 13 receptions. Right now, she's struggling. She is pulled out. In is Chi Swan, who put up 5 points, but the last 4 points she scored, very important in the 3rd set yesterday against Army. Service error from Ceballos.
Yeah, I remember seeing that. I mean, off the bench, she provided spark and much-needed points. Did she close out the match? Something like that, right? So, you know, that's a great substitution, great coaching for you.
There's a rookie, Mau Mau Yuen, with a serve. There'll be a chance ball here for KINGWHALE Taipei.
Good save.
Excellent tip by Honda. the Mongolian-Japanese player of KINGWHALE Taipei. As Chi Swan with the score and instant impact.
On cue, we just mentioned her and her impact, and you just mentioned instant impact going cross-court this time. And Kat Arado was actually there.
And it's not easy to get a ball past Kat Arado, as we all know. I mean, Rookie of the Year in the UAAP season 77, Best Digger in season 79, Best Digger as well season 80, Best Libero season 81. So the list goes on and on for Kat Arado. Combination play, Samonte. Underhand set for Ilan. Chi Swan, that's picked up by Basas. Back row, Ceballos. Outside.
Ceballos can't find her groove yet in this match.
Early entry for Jovi Prado, who put up 8 points. She started in the second set against Creamline, so for her to come in here the first set, good sign.
Yeah. And we know Jovi Prado has been steady ever since her collegiate days.
This is just the third game, by the way, as you see Honda with the tip and the point there. This is the third game of Jovi Prado for PLDT. She's been struggling with pain from an ankle sprain. She's been trying to keep it down, but as she's saying, the past few games, it's been feeling well.
That's
and good.
Paano tayo makakadepensa sa drop ball? Di ba? Sa naintindihan? Tapos receive tayo, service natin. Nag-i-start sa service. Pag nag-error tayo sa service, make sure putol na kagad yun. Error na nga tayo eh. Lahat ng pinunto sila, error natin yun. Iwas lang naman eh. Yun lang naman ang objective natin eh. The rest, kaya naman ninyo eh. Then, si Biko ka, tsaka yung dos. Tapos, backroom dito.
Juice, receive
Wala.
ka.
Okay, PLDT.
Atras ka, Juice.
Well, Coach Pasqua is right. Only 4 attack points for KINGWHALE Taipei. They have 9, so that means 5 is from the errors of PLDT. And we just got a stat. It's a 5-1 run for KINGWHALE Taipei right now.
Yeah, what you like about KINGWHALE Taipei, they're playing it patiently. You know, they're very patient. They're just dropping it and finding the holes, and it's a 10-9. It's just 1 point now, too.
Service error for Mau Mau Yuen. If you're PLDT, you can't let a set slip away here. I mean, it's hard to scout a team with half of the lineup are, you know, first-timers.
Very young team, and I heard from Sir Tony Liao in the production room. There are actually 5 players part of the national team that stayed behind in Taipei because they're practicing for the AVC this coming August.
Yes.
Yeah.
So this is not the full force KINGWHALE Taipei we're seeing. As you see, a point scored by Chi Swan here, 25 years old, the Taiwan University League MVP and best opposite, by the way.
No wonder.
Jules, that is into the net, it seems. Yep. Good eye by Bobby Celso, our first referee, even if the ball was on the opposite side of the net.
You like the defense right now of Taipei.
And this is deadlock number 1.
Yeah.
Oh, short serve. Excellent. Chance ball here for KINGWHALE Taipei. Carvalho. This lady packs quite an arm, but there's a check ball, and KINGWHALE Taipei get their first lead of the opening set, 12-11.
Yeah, if you're PLD, you have to shake it off. You know, you had a great start. Now it's tied again, but you had a great start. You have to shake it off. One thing you have to realize, if you watched the game yesterday, KINGWHALE loves to serve short. So you have to make the necessary adjustments.
Two service errors so far for KINGWHALE Taipei, 3 service errors for PLDT.
That's a good serve.
Ilan sets it up, a block against Honda. Carvalho. Jovi Prado picks it up. Basas. Back set, Chi Swan. Oh, beautiful touch.
Why not keep going to your drops when you're scoring easily?
And this was what Coach George Pasqua pointed out in his first time out. You know, so many drop balls that they need to check and cover. Here he is, or she is, Chi Swan. Again, Taiwanese University League MVP and best opposite. That's on the line for Jules Samonte, her first point of the match.
Well,
PLDT back on top, 14, serving 13.
ooh, good serve.
Carvalho again, out again. Now that efficiency is going to come down real quick.
Well, she's going for difficult angles. You know, she hasn't been really stuck blocked. So I think she just has to go to her shots. And when she gets blocked, then you make the necessary adjustments. Right now, she's already adjusting. So too wide. So 2 errors.
Ilan sets it up, this time to Honda with a tip. Dimakulangan goes to Basas. Down the line. Oh, great activity defensively by the libero, but they could not get it across. Basas will score her 3rd point, giving PLDT a 3-point advantage here in the opening set. Back inside the Mall of Asia Arena, Pasay City, Beatriz Carvalho and the rest of KINGWHALE Taipei looking to win 2 in a row against Philippine teams in this invitational conference. In the meantime, PLDT with different intentions. They want to go straight into the championship match lineup or cast with a win here today. They go up to 3-1 and will tie with, or at least have the same win record as Creamline at 3-0 today.
Well, we have to mention, we saw it. If they want to win, they want to win in 3 or 4 sets because that will solidify their spot in the finals. And we know they want to avoid any complications because of any permutations of, you know, the games that they have no control over. So, yeah, if you're PLDT, you just want to win today in 3 or 4.
Yeah. A loss obviously would put them in a really terrible position. They will drop down to 2-2 in the standings and will tie with Signal. Or could tie with Signal. Signal still has 1 game left. Oh, wow. How many service errors? This is going to be 5 service errors already early here for PLDT. Oh, Noreen.
Yeah, when you look at the score, it's 17-15. It could have been a more comfortable lead. Could have, had they put in their serves, they're giving far too many free points to KINGWHALE.
Oh, Palomata, beautiful timing that time around. The point number 2 for Daryl.
That is clearly one advantage for PLDT. So if you can get your passes right on point and go to Palomata, you can see the blockers can't find an answer to Del Palomata.
3-point advantage. Wow, that's service error number 6. Wow, that's KINGWHALE would have been a totally different position right now if it were not for the service errors.
Exactly. So we're actually waiting for that substitution wherein Coach George brings in Heather Ginoo.
That's right. Prado. That's picked up by Carvalho. They go to Chi Swan outside.
Oh, they're asking for a check ball. I saw Del Palomata already said, I didn't touch it.
There's head coach Yen Min Teng, former team captain of the national team of Taiwan. Let's see here. Ooh, middle finger? I don't know. Could have grazed the middle finger. There's a timeout on the floor. We'll listen to KINGWHALE Taipei.
那我建议大家打他脚打明显一点， 好不好？那个失误啦，真的，我们失误降低一点，更专心的去攻击，即使找他的手，或者是很有效的钻手边下去，你都要打得果断一点，因为现在打得犹犹豫，好像要打他脚，又好像不敢打，没有这回事。大家后面都在帮你做好保护，整个球一接进来，全部一起走。好，后面大家加油，连续。好，加油！加油！
3-point deficit that KINGWHALE must overcome here. Lee Jun Chen on your screens.
The only thing I understood from that huddle was the latter part when the coach said Homian. Homian means in the back, and then she signaled defense. So I think she's really talking about the reception of KINGWHALE. Hopefully.
Basas. Running attack there for Mau Mau Yuen. She's one.
Ooh, good dig.
Prado was right there. Samonte. Yes!
That was such a great set from Rhea de Maculangan. Short, you know, just enough for a semi-combination play, and Jules Samonte just top spin, off speed at the center. Look at that. There you go.
4-point advantage for the high-speed hitters. Jovi Prado, 17 points combined in her last 2 games. Chi Swan, another drop. How good is she with that touch? 4 points already off the bench.
Oh, she's really great with deceiving PLDT's defense. The way she, you know, she hides these balls. Last minute change up. Look at that.
And the tips don't go too high that it allows the defender to catch up.
To react, right? Yeah.
Couple of substitutions here for KINGWHALE Taipei. Jermina Jacobs, number 2, is in the game, along with Chen Li Jung. Chi Swan is blocked, but it goes outside. Point for KINGWHALE Taipei. They're making a run here, only down by 2.
Well, really a smart player. Obviously, she changes things up. She drops, and then she'll challenge the blocker. I mean, she challenged Del Palomata and used the block to her advantage.
2-point run for KINGWHALE Taipei. Palomata, yes!
Ooh!
Not quite. Great save by Chi Swan. Chance ball for PLDT. Samonte, again, splitting the defenders at the net.
Perfect set. And Samonte, again, is the recipient of that. I mean, you love what Samonte's doing. She's also changing it up.
Back to a 3-point advantage for PLDT. There's Heather Ginoo checking in for Del Palomata. Heather Ginoo, 1 point off a service ace against Creamline. Grew up in Davao.
Well, you know she wants to serve and serve tough. Great serve.
Ilan sets it up. There's Jermina Jacobs with her first point of the tournament. She played off the bench yesterday but did not score.
That's a lot of power for her. You see the way she went up for that swing.
Jermina Jacobs, one of the rookies participating in her first tournament. Good receive. 1-2 play for Rhea de Maculangan.
Oh, heads up play there by D-Mac.
And it started with a great receive off a short serve again by KINGWHALE Taipei. It's a 3-point advantage for PLDT.
But you know that before the substitution, in bringing in their captain, Liao Yizhen, they didn't have a setter. That's why I saw when Liao Yizhen came in to sub Jacobs. Oh, okay, there's your setter.
But again, another service error. It's going to be 7 service errors. And we're just in the opening set for PLDT.
It is very painful to watch if you're a PLDT fan.
Chi Swan with the serve. Samonte, she's been playing extremely well here in the opening set. Chance ball for the high-speed hitters. Middle this time. Mika Reyes connects.
Like the variations of PLDT, they keep KINGWHALE guessing as to who to set to.
From Samonte to Reyes. And Mika Reyes with 4 points already. Timeout KINGWHALE Taipei.
也是边跑边守，守到也是赛丢。那个就很可惜，因为明知道3号那个防守型你站着，那个线就在那边。好 ，OK， 我们等一下打一个 B R one ball。OK， 他们打 Go B。OK， Go B， 然后走长，没关系，都拉开。我们信任让他调整一下，大家专心接一个。好，加油！球，接啊！
All right, let's see how these girls will respond. That was the last timeout of Yen Minteng.
I like how calm she is during the huddles. And she's just giving instructions on their plays, obviously telling them, to go B or whatever. So I like the way she conducts her timeouts.
Jules Samonte with 3 points already off 3 attacks. Oh, another. This is 8 service errors. And George Pascua walking away. I'm thinking he's trying to cool himself down because 8 service errors, that's almost half of the points of KINGWHALE Taipei right now at 21.
Exactly. And you know, if they go on to lose this, they know who to blame.
Basas gets help from the tape of the net. Cross-court attack there by Lee Jun Chen. Basas into the net for, that's double contact. Yeah, against Basas.
Another error.
Here we go. Close game. KINGWHALE within 1. Timeout. The PLDT.
Kasi ang ginagawa ng kalaban, inaabangan nila yung mga habang palo ninyo eh. Nandito yung depensa nila. Pwede kayo mag-drop dito. Pag-alanganin, gawa nyo ng paraan. Diba? Tapos kung kayong bibitaw lang sa block, sa ganyan lang pa unti-unti. Gusto ba natin manalo? Kung gusto natin manalo, pag-isipan natin. Sayang, huwag nyo sayangin. Nandito na tayo, trabaho tayo.
Let's go! Enjoy lang, enjoy!
Huwag magpas tayo.
Isa rin si Bulen, ha?
PLDT.
50-year-old George Pascua, former national team player out of FEU. And this time, we saw a good response from the KINGWHALE Taipei after the timeout of Yen Minteng. Let's see if PLDT can also turn it around.
Yeah. Well, Coach George telling the girls, really, you can drop. You know, you have to work hard for this match. They still have the lead.
Basas. Block again. Solid defense. That was on Lee Jun Chen. For first point, and we're tied, Noreen.
They read that really well. They were waiting for that. 1-on-1. That was a 1-on-1, really.
4th deadlock of the opening set. Good pass there. Mika Reyes puts PLDT at set point with her 5th point of the set.
Well, again, we like that set because the quicks have been working for PLDT. Mika Reyes getting a much-needed point for the high-speed hitters.
Again, it's the serve that's going to be in question for PLDT. 8 service errors so far. Now, this one is good. Chance ball for PLDT. Can they close it out here? Jovi Prado with a tip. What a save there by Elan, but not enough as PLDT squeeze by and take the first set.
That was exactly what Coach George was saying. You can drop it, and that's what Jovi Prado did. An easy point to win the first set for them.
Final score 25-23, PLDT. Winning, but not by much. Gotta fix the errors going into set number 2, which is next right after these. 2-point win in the opening set for PLDT, 25-23 against the visitors, KINGWHALE Taipei. Highlights of set number 1 on your screens.
Well, you know, PLDT actually started out pretty well, but they were plagued by all these errors, service errors, these passing errors. But, you know, one thing you have to be happy for them about is really they were able to still come up with a victory. I mean, with the number of errors they committed, they could have easily handed the first set to KINGWHALE because KINGWHALE was just close by. You know, they weren't giving this to PLDT, even though PLDT using their strengths like the middle, you know, the combination to Jules Samonte. But KINGWHALE was just sticking by and just waiting for an opportunity. But towards the end, really, PLDT able to squeeze through. Look at the numbers in terms of attacks, 14-10. A lot of those attacks we saw are from the middles and from Jules. Blocking, 2-1. Actually, this is one thing they have to work on, PLDT. You're a pretty tall team. You have to block better. Look at the opponents. There's both teams we mentioned. PLDT with 11. KINGWHALE also always commits errors based on that game against Army with 10. So these errors are really coming to play here in this match. But we didn't really feel that much from KINGWHALE. We felt more of that from PLDT.
That's true. Because KINGWHALE, the errors came in early. And that's why that's allowed PLDT to get a big of get an advantage. But PLDT's errors really came peppered all throughout the opening set.
And what was really clear were the service errors. How many did you say? 8 service errors.
That's 8 out of the 11. Heather Ginoo is part of the starting lineup, maybe for serving purposes. We'll see. Meantime, KINGWHALE Taipei, can they adjust with the drops? Because earlier they were backed up with the receptions of the strong attacks of PLDT. Carvalho off the double block. Second set underway. Basas with a push. Chance ball here. Oh! Di Makulangan got boxed out by Chin Basas.
Well, I think got hit in her chin or her mouth. She's holding on to it.
Let's take a look here. Mika Reyes picking it up. And Basas was backing up, and Rhea Di Makulangan in the same line was moving forward.
All she could do was give her a hug. But you knew what you wanted to do was to push her aside.
Basas with an attack error there. And KINGWHALE Taipei, the kind of start you want if you lost the first set 2-0.
Well, again, being helped by PLDT. These are 2 errors from PLDT early on here in the second set.
Di Makulangan, Mika Reyes. Strong attack there by Lee Jun Chen, picked up by Arado. The push by Basas, rejected. Basas doesn't like it. Chance ball for KINGWHALE Taipei. Push by Lee Jun Chen, dug up again by Arado.
Yeah,
Basas.
good save.
They go to Chen Chia, rejected. Carvalho keeping it alive. Lee Jun Chen on the attack.
Yeah, but what coverage by KINGWHALE.
Actually, yeah, both teams.
Yeah.
Beautiful tip. A chance ball. They go to Honda. Di Makulangan was there. Mika Reyes battle at the net. Goes outside. Last touch, Mika Reyes. That's right.
Well, Mika Reyes was saying that she hit it off the blocker's hand and it went out. We can see it once again, though.
No replay for that.
Yeah.
But KINGWHALE Taipei in a good position here. They get an ace as well from Carvalho. 4-0 start for the visitors as we check in with Franny Reyes.
PLDT came out of that first set alive, but with much to improve on if they want to play at the level of volleyball that Coach George wants. In that first set, they were plagued by many errors, service errors amounting to 8, and drop balls from KINGWHALE Taipei. You know, he said in one of their timeouts, we need to start right with our service. Di tayo lumalamang. He said, you know, it's a good opportunity that they get to play against KINGWHALE Taipei, a team that they haven't played against yet. But it's important that they play their game, that they enjoy, and that they win. You know, the more errors that they commit, the more communication is important. So let's see if they can start this, if they can turn this slow start to the second set around.
Attack there coming from Chen Xie. And finally, the first attack point for PLDT in set number 2.
Yeah, and again, coming off the middle, Mika Reyes again with a point. Well, better adjustment in terms of floor defense for PLDT. We saw a drop, and then we saw Kat Arado, you know, ready to retrieve that. So you like that. You see the changes.
This time, Izaviray with the dig. Basas with a push. Prado down the line. It clips it and is in.
Well, Carvalho thinking or saying that it was out. Check it out.
Oh, this was no question.
Yeah.
It was more in than out.
Come on, admit it. It was good.
PLDT 1 point down. Honda on a running attack. Mika Reyes, Carvalho with a beautiful dig. And a tip there from Lee Junchen. Basas, counter tip. Oh, what a save there by Shi King. Check ball, point for KINGWHALE Taipei.
Boy, what defense being displayed by KINGWHALE. Really, they're chasing every ball.
That's
they're not
amazing.
letting, right? They're not letting any ball fall on the floor. Look at that.
And the finish from Chen Li Jung. Honda, the Mongolian-Japanese player. Basas in the middle. Basas rejected coverage by Arado. Prado. Honda picking it up. Ilan.
Ooh.
Again, one-handed dig for Kat Arado. Prado with a push. Ilan with the first ball. Underhand set. There's Lee Junchen with the attack. Nick Tsai. That's picked up by Heather Ginoo. Nick Tsai? Nope, not anymore.
You have to give it to the defense of PLDT. What a dig by Arado. What chase. I mean, they worked hard for this point.
But despite all the highlights, as you see the point there scored by Basas, KINGWHALE is still on top by 1.
Yeah, but if you're PLDT, you have to think it's just 1.
Mika Reyes with 6. Leading all scorers from PLDT. Another service error. And Coach Pasqua is telling Mika Reyes, maybe you should move a little further back.
I mean, just get your serves in. I'm not asking for an ace.
That's going to be 9 service errors now for PLDT. Del Palomata knocks one in.
Well, again, good pass there from PLDT to pave the way for that Palomata kill. Ginoo with that. Right? Clearly, look at that slow-mo. Just one blocker. It's a one-on-one, and the blocker actually slow to actually rise for that. So Palomata had a field day.
Basas with a better serve. Ilan sets it up. Lee Junchen on the attack. Back row, Heather Ginoo. It's picked up by Chen Xie. Basas with the dig. Prado. Tape of the net. Yes!
Ay, what can we say about that set by Dim Makulangan? She actually looked at the defense of KINGWHALE. Just one-on-one there. Prado, you said with the help of the net, these opportunities, you have to get those legitimate kills.
3 points for Prado. We're tied at 6. Another good serve by Basas. Nick Tsai. And it's a net touch. Going to be called against PLDT. KINGWHALE back on top by 1.
Well, they don't go to that a lot, but when they do, They have a high efficiency rate, really.
Served by Lee Jun Chen. 10 points, but 29% efficiency from the field in the win against Army. Prado will try again, this time a drop. Carvalho picking it up. Another counter drop by Nick Tsai. Basas from the back row.
Ooh, good dig.
And back row attack this time by Lee Jun Chen. Prado again. Picked up by Lee Jun Chen. Middle attack, Nick Tsai. Heather Guinaud with a drop. No, that's Ilan with the dig. Carvalho. Arado. Over receives. Battle at the net.
Ooh!
Del Palomata clipping it on the way down.
Sorry ending to that beautiful rally. I think it's the longest so far in today's game.
KINGWHALE Taipei takes us to our first technical timeout, leading by 2 against PLDT's second set. Back here at the Mall of Asia Arena, Pasay City. One-game schedule we have today. KINGWHALE Taipei, PLDT. And here's the net violation by, clearly, Del Palomata on the way down.
And I like that reaction after. It's after she hit the net, she just pulled it.
Back to live action. Attack by Carvalho is good. Now going to be a 3-point advantage for KINGWHALE Taipei.
That's just smart hitting by Carvalho, hitting off the high hands, really just wanting to get a check ball.
All right, go to our Twitter question of the game. What was your first impression of KINGWHALE Taipei hashtag PVL Invitational 2022?
Okay, this is from NVM Baby. My first impression for KINGWHALE Taipei is that they may be young, but you can't underestimate them. Honestly, it's quite a given that volleyball teams from other countries are good, and yesterday's match just proves it. Rooting for them.
Wow, got a fan in the Philippines from Rian. I was thinking that Philippine volleyball teams could win over KINGWHALE Taipei, but I was shocked about KINGWHALE's previous match with Army. They did it in just 3 sets, so I'm looking forward to their team playing a better match in the next 3 ones.
Okay, this is from Norman Arias. My impression is KINGWHALE Taipei would give exciting matchups to the local teams of our country. They will fight hard to bring home the bacon of the Invitational Conference with their competitive lineup.
Yeah, and again, with this lineup, half of this team are rookies. Of 14 players, 7 are rookies. And so far, they're doing just fine, leading by 3 here in the second set.
Yeah, and you know, the players that actually belong to the national team of Taipei are not part of this lineup, so they could be even stronger, obviously.
Nick Tsai. Wendy Ansimana in the game for the first time. Carvalho, single blocker. Erica Santos easily puts it away. 5 points now for Carvalho. 3 scored here in the second set. And KINGWHALE starting to pull away. Timeout, PLDT.
Sige, 100% dito ibibigay sa Kaluwete. Ngayon si Kaluwete, pagka Kaluwete yun, mas malakas yung down delay niya. Isarado mo na sa down. Bahala na sila dito sa cross. Ngayon, huwag kayong bibitaw muna sa depensa. Huwag kang atras dito. Atras kayo muna rito para din. Ikaw naman, wala pa na-receive ang bola. Di ba? Huwag kayong mag-aasim kasi dito talaga dadalhin. Kasi papasok kayo. Dito nila dadalhin talaga yung bola. So pumesto muna tayo doon sa base position natin. Then, basa tayo. Maliwanag. And then, react doon sa ginagawa ng setter nila. Pag nakita ka nag-move doon, binibigay sa kaliwa. Pag nakita ka sa kanan, sa kaliwa. Okay, PLDT.
tactical instructions there by Coach George Pascual. Addressing Erica Santos, a young player out of DLSU.
Well, really, a coach will tell you it's a shorter ball if you go down the line. So let them go cross court. There's defense there, cross court. When you go cross court, it's longer. You know, it's longer. So just cover down the line and let defense take care of itself when they go cross court.
Biggest lead so far by KINGWHALE Taipei. At 4 points, 11-7, Heather Ginoo. Carvalho again. Oh! Back-to-back points for Beatriz Carvalho. She has 7 already.
Well, it's a pretty iffy reception from Heather Ginoo. Right? Using one hand, and you don't want to see that.
Simana and Santos go back to the bench. Di Maculangan and Pasas are back in. Very unusual walking up to the line kind of a serve here for Nick Tsai.
Very easy.
Another service ace and another easy point for KINGWHALE Taipei.
Well, again, they've been targeting the short balls by the attack line, and we said it. I already saw it in yesterday's game. They have a tendency to do these short serves, so PLDT, you have to adjust.
Ginoo. Yes, Heather Ginoo finally stops the bleeding, scores her first point.
Again, with the help of the net, but they will take it. But for PLDT, you want to build from that point, you know, try to keep this close, string up a couple of points here.
Del Palomata, 3 points off 3 attacks. Palomata coming off a 14-point performance where she was 43% from the field. Oh, 1-2 play by Ilan Yi-Jen.
And you love her reaction. I told you in that match against Army, she won a lot of fans because of the, you know, the way she plays, her demeanor.
Yeah. Always smiling.
Yeah, look at that.
A poor first ball here for PLDT. Ginoo. Yi-Jen sets it up. Handa is blocked. Almost a lift there from Handa. A push. Easy point again. Chen Chie with a score. PLDT is getting blown out here in set number 2.
Yeah, you know, they're just playing it smart. They've been going to these drops ever since the first set. We saw some adjustment in the start of the second set, but it's obviously not there here.
One-handed dig by Carvalho, not good enough to get a second touch for KINGWHALE Taipei, but both these teams trading points. PLDT can ill afford to do that. Down by 6.
Yeah, they have to mount a rally here.
Yeah, minimum 4-point run right now for them. Good serve. That's Chen Chie with the attack. Ginoo. PLDT's offense has become horribly predictable right now. An easy block there for KINGWHALE Taipei as they erect a 7-point advantage. 16-9 against PLDT's second set. The road to the PBA starts here. Tutukan ng PBA D-League Aspirants 2022 sa One Sports at PBA Rush. Gusto mo bang malaman ang latest happening sa sports? Dito lang tayo sa nag-iisang go-to tambayan ng lahat. Like, follow us on social media at One Sports PHL on all social media platforms. It's a 10-3 run here for KINGWHALE Taipei after 6-all in the second set. And they continue that run in the ring. Now an 11-3 run.
Yeah, you know, they're just being aggressive at the net, and you're right. You know, the offense of PLDT is becoming more predictable. So they've adjusted, blocking, working for them. That's what we said, you know, prior to the start of the second set. PLDT should be the one, you know, with blocking, with numbers there. And so far, it's been KINGWHALE.
That was into the net for Lee Jun Chen. A break going the way of PLDT. But they can't keep on hoping for breaks and errors as we see Ting Pei Yin, who did not score in the last game against Army. This is also, she's another rookie. First time to compete in a tournament. Ooh, that is way outside for Heather Guinot.
Well, that's not going to help their cause. But you know what? One thing I noticed really, PLDT has been targeting Lee Jun Chen, both in spiking and in serve, and she's been nailing every ball. So maybe you want to change things up, target somebody else. Just not her.
10 service errors already for PLDT in the game. Nika Reyes has been the lone bright spot for the high-speed hitters right now. She has 8 points. And next closest player is Samonte with 3.
Well, you're not going to get these easy balls there. Normally, KINGWHALE's there to retrieve it, so that's a lucky point for them.
Nika Reyes this time backed all the way up for the serve. But a great pass. Oh, and Rhea Di Maculangan touching that. Nick Tsai will score. A 19-11 advantage. So admirable the way KINGWHALE Taipei has figured out PLDT so quickly.
Yeah, right? The way they adjusted. And we did say Nick Tsai they don't go to her a lot, but the percentage is really high.
Now combination play. Pasas with a point.
Well, that's the way to go. If you're PLDT, you want to come up with these plays, you know, change things up a bit, make yourself unpredictable.
Huge opening there for Chin Pasas, who's getting ready to serve right now. Long way to go if you're PLDT down 7. Oops, outside. This is 11 service errors now for PLDT.
Coach George, if he can just serve for himself and for his team, he would.
Coming off 34 errors against Creamline. They're picking up where they left off. Oh, reception error. This is not coming back. You love the effort by Kat Arato, pushing Chin Pasas away. Timeout here for Coach Pascua. They're down by 9.
Masyado kayo nagmamadali na nawala sa lugar, di ba? Ano lang, basic volleyball na naman yun eh. Bisa natin, sabi nga sa inyo, mas nawala yung receive natin, mawawala na rin yung blocking sa natin, mawawala na rin yung defense natin eh. Mag-start kasi yan sa service muna. How many times ko paalala sa inyo? So, sa service pa lang, focus na tayo para yung blockers natin, okay yung service natin, makapag-focus sila sa block. Kasi nasisira yung momentum. Dahil ni-error natin yung service, nag-aabol tayo, tatapon tayo ng service. Kung gusto nating manalo, doon sa parang aspeto na yun, kailangan, trabahuin na natin. Ha?
Well, what are the main things? I mean, receive, we heard, and serve from Coach Pasco, but I mean, what's ailing? What's the problem right now for PLDT Marine?
Well, we just kept saying that since the first set, and Coach George just reiterated the problem, which is the service. Everything starts from the serve. You know, it breaks your own momentum, so you need to work on that.
There's a push by Jovi Prado. Gets it. 4th point for Prado. At a huge hole right now. PLDT is in. The big question is, can they dig themselves out of this?
Well, they just have to play it smart, you know. They read your opponents. We always say, read your opponents' defense, find the hole, play patient. You know, the problem is here in the second set, they're just trying to go for it. They want instant kill, but the defense of KINGWHALE really working wonders today.
Jules Samonte is back in the game, replacing Heather Ginoo. An attack there by Ting Pei Yin. Samonte finds the mark. Instant impact for Samonte, her first point since the first set.
And you like that that set was actually kind of far from the net. Look at that, but she was able to put in enough spin to let it hit the floor.
Still a 7-point deficit though for PLDT. Nick Tsai outside.
I was looking at Liao Yi Jen. Look at the second referee with a smile. Check.
Timeout, KINGWHALE Taipei.
那接发球，等一下再注意一下球还是走前前位，先稳稳的。那个等一下阿丁你下来接发球，然后你留后排，准备进攻，好不好？等一下再一个，好不好？再一个，打组合。来吧，加油！加油！
Well, right now, these girls are fired up. And why not? They're enjoying a 6-point advantage, although PLDT on a mini run here. Let's see if they can go all the way. I should look at Elaine or Ilan Yi Jen, team captain and starting setter, KINGWHALE Taipei.
Good serve.
Prado with the dig. Samonte. Block. Prado will set it up. Jules again. Nick Tsai picked up by Basas. Palomata with a drop. That's rejected. Samonte against two blockers. There's an attack by Pei Yin. Back row, Prado.
Ooh.
And first ball, no good for Chen Chie. And the run continues for PLDT.
Well, you like that set. Back row attack from Prado, and Prado just finding that difficult angle going cross court. Look at that.
Six-point lead for KINGWHALE Taipei. Nick Tsai, her serve was responsible for that huge run here in the second set for the team. Samonte, though, returning here in the second set and making a huge impact.
I totally agree. And go to her because, you know, what's nice about Jules Samonte right now, she's making do with whatever set she gets. If it's far, if it's, you know, the set she likes, she just goes for it. And she's been successful.
5 points for Jules Del Palomata. So far quiet, second set, only 1 point. 3 in total.
Well, obviously, they've stopped going to her.
Over receive, chance ball here. Imakulangan to the middle. Reyes tips it. Yi Jen back to Carvalho. Samonte. That's dug up by Shi Qing. Carvalho rejected. Shi King again with another great save. Basas into the net. Jid Basas really struggling again today.
Yeah, she should be ready. You know, that is an option. Even if the set was not to her liking, it was kind of low, you have to make do. You're chasing right now crucial moments of the second set. You can't be hitting it into the net.
Back to a 6-point advantage for KINGWHALE Taipei. Arado with a great pass. Nika Reyes running attack is outside. And this is going to be 8 set points for KINGWHALE Taipei. Chen Chie will come out and Jermina Jacobs returns for KINGWHALE Taipei for a huge front line here. Handa, Carvalho, and Jacobs. Short serve again. Samonte. Yes!
She has been producing for PLDT, and they're hoping that's not, a case of too late. The hero.
Samonte with 6. Half of the points scored here in set number 2. It's still a long way to go.
But you know why she's also successful? Remember Coach George was saying, the defense of KINGWHALE, they move back. They're waiting for the long balls. Her balls are kind of short, so they're getting the points there off those kinds of attacks.
Let's see her try again. Yes, she does. Oh, Jules Samonte back-to-back points. She has 7 in total.
And she has a hot hand, obviously.
Samonte coming off a 10-point performance. She can already eclipse that. That was a 5-set loss where she scored 10. Right now she has 7. Jacobs. Di makulangan. Sends it back to Samonte with a tip. Carvalho picking it up. Yi Jen. A counter tip there by Carvalho. Samonte. There's a net touch going to be called against KINGWHALE Taipei. So this run continues for PLDT.
And it has been Jules Samonte, but what about the defense of PLDT?
This is 3 unanswered points for PLDT.
Well, we have a game. It's just a 4-point lead.
Another good serve. Yi Jen. Carvalho. That's it. Carvalho in double digits with 10 points. And she ties the game at 1 set all with this beautiful kill going cross court.
Yeah, one-on-one there, and she gets the second set for KINGWHALE. Well, we appreciate your company here in the Premier Volleyball League Invitational Conference at the SM Mall of Asia Arena. This match between KINGWHALE and PLDT, we are squared, we are tied. First set went PLDT's way, but second set, KINGWHALE just took full advantage of the lapses of PLDT. They, early on it was a good second set, but KINGWHALE just piled up the points and the lead was just too big for PLDT to overcome. There was a run towards the end by PLDT, but it was not enough. It was KINGWHALE. But something bright for PLDT. They showed a lot of resilience there at the end of the second set. But for KINGWHALE, you should just be happy with the way you're performing. And look at the numbers. PLDT still ahead in terms of attack, 16-13, blocking KINGWHALE by 1 service aces. We talked about the poor passing of PLDT. That's why they can't go too much to Del Palomata in the second set. Opponents' errors. Boy, KINGWHALE just with 4 there in the second set and 8 whopping errors for PLDT. So Here in the third set, PLDT, you cannot let KINGWHALE erect a 9-point lead, 8-point lead. That's too much. This is a foreign team, and you know they're going to try to win the set.
And what an adjustment for them. After 10 errors in the opening set, they cut it down to 4.
Yeah.
PLDT, on the other hand, 11. They cut it down, but it's still considerable at 8 points. That's 8. You're giving them +8.
Yeah.
Well, let's see the adjustments going to be made here. For KINGWHALE, what do they need to do consistently here in the second set? And for PLDT, what do they need to change?
Well, for KINGWHALE, you should be happy with the way you're playing. You know, you read PLDT based on the first set. You made the adjustments. You were reading. You saw some stops. You know, and they were able to take advantage and erected the 8-9-point lead. And even though PLDT gave chase, which is what we were saying, there's some positive thing you can take from the second set. Towards the end, we saw a more cohesive brand of volleyball from PLDT. Not like that start of the second set to the middle. It's like it's individual play. Towards the end, we saw the communication. We saw a lot of people wanting to get back into the set. That's what you have to bring here in the third set.
Well, Jules Samonte picking up where she left off. 8 points already for Jules. And PLDT is on the board first here in the third set. Carvalho, block. Ball is still alive. Great save there by Chen Xie. Basas off a combination play. Yes!
Well, that's a good sign for PLDT early on in the third set. You feel the energy, you know, that level of energy is higher, a notch higher than in the second set.
Makulangan with 1 point off 1 attack. Ooh. Again, service errors.
See, that's what Coach George is saying and what we always say. It breaks your own momentum. You got a 2-0 lead, you just give it right back.
11 unforced errors, 11 service errors for PLDT already. Attack by Lee Jun Chen. Samonte into the net. That's going to be, oh, no call there by the official, but I guess poetic justice with Basas hitting it into the net.
Yeah, I was going to say the same thing. It looked like it did not cross the first time around. They got a second shot and they buried that into the net.
So after a 2-0 start, 2 straight errors for PLDT, and they allow KINGWHALE Taipei to tie the game. Poor first ball here. Gonna have to go to Jules over the blockers. Just a chance ball. Oh, easy kill there for Lee Jun Chen on a cross court as we check in with Franny Reyes.
We spoke with Jules earlier in the pre-game, and she's a player who attributes a lot of her progress in the PVL to her teammates. But I want to turn that around and talk about how much her teammates trust her. We saw Rhea de Maculangan going to her, and she kept going to Jules because she's someone who relies on Jules and knows that no matter what, Jules will figure out a way to make that point. Jules came in that last set and helped PLDT catch up, although they did fall short. Now, speaking of Rhea D-Mac, she always says that they have to take it 1 game, 1 set, and 1 point at a time. Though doubt may seep in, they have to keep motivating each other. They have to forget the outcome of whatever happened and focus on playing their brand of volleyball. Focus on winning this game. Back to the panel.
All right, thank you, Franny. 3-all. And Jules Samonte getting ready to serve. She has 8 points. Oh, so far, she and Basas have scored here in the third set.
Well, she really played well towards the end of that second set.
Oh, but take a look at Chen Xie with a kill right in the back row.
Well, how fitting for her to get a kill because she has been so busy defending. I say in the first balls, the digs. I'm curious to see her numbers, actually.
Again, in the first game yesterday, 16 receptions and 6 points for Chen Xie. Basas, yes!
So again, these short balls are the ones providing the point for PLDT. Exactly, like I said earlier, exactly what Coach George was saying. They're covering the long ball, so you have to go sharper, you know, even with the help of the net or over the blockers.
4-all. Set number 3, Mika Reyes. Shi King has been receiving so well. That's on the line. Again, back-to-back points. Chen Xie.
She makes it look so easy.
Yeah. And she is undersized.
Yeah, but look at her elevate for that.
Over receive. Easy put away. Nick Tsai.
You don't want to see that over passes.
KINGWHALE on top by 2. And again, this is one weakness Coach Pasco was talking about, receptions. You got to take care of those. Arado, good pass. Great save there by Lee Chun Chen, but not good enough.
These are the rare communication errors of KINGWHALE. You know how much they work hard for every point. I mean, we have to take that, talking about PLDT.
One-point game, chance to, well, not anymore. I was about to say chance to tie. Oh yes, they do! It's on the line.
Well, Coach Teng, Yan Min Teng, saying it was out.
Wow, that's,
I think that was in.
okay.
I think.
Maybe touches the line, so we're tied at 6. Service ace for Basas. And Lee Jun Chen punches that one through the foot. KINGWHALE Taipei back on top by 1.
So the vantage point is really the shadow touching the line, so that was actually out. So again, poetic justice on the part of KINGWHALE.
A few missed calls here by our lines judge and our referees. Ceballos didn't see much action in the second set. It's back in the game. Easy put away there. The 6-3. No, actually not. This time around, the right call was made. Bobby Celso, our first referee. Overreach against Del Palomata. So it's an 8-6 advantage for KINGWHALE Taipei against PLDT in the third set.
Yeah, that's clear. That's a good call. Clearly, the ball's still on the side of KINGWHALE.
Third set action between KINGWHALE Taipei and PLDT. Del Palomata knocking one in. That's her second point in the third set. She has 5. And it's a 1-point game again.
Yeah, much needed point from Del Palomata after that great pass by Kat Arado. That's what we're seeing. If you can pass, you can take advantage of the middles.
Carvalho nowhere to go as the game is tied. 2 straight points for PLDT.
We like that, coming off that first technical timeout, obviously favoring PLDT.
Superb defense at the net. Palomata with 6. Service ace by Ceballos, and that's a 3-point run that sends PLDT back on top by 1.
Well, the rare service aces, but we'll take it.
That's true.
Yeah.
They didn't have a service ace in set number 2. Talking about PLDT.
And that was off Lee Jun Chen. I mean, she's been defending really well.
Nick Tsai once again to the rescue. Stopping that 3-point run of PLDT, and we're tied at 9.
Ever reliable.
Yep.
That slide has been So effective.
And don't look now, Nick Tsai is back serving. And this in the second set was the point when they started to pull away against PLDT.
Right, the short serves.
Palomata. It would do well for PLDT to get a quick side out. They're back on top 10-9.
But you remember in the first set, we said that was the advantage of PLDT, the middle blockers. In the second set, it was kind of missing. So here in the third set, it's good for them to revisit that strength and go to that more.
Get them involved.
Yeah.
Carvalho. Check ball. Carvalho with 11.
Well, if you're PLDT, you want one rotation. You want to get D-Mac to the back so you have a full front row to defend Carvalho. You said she has 11 points?
Yep.
Wow.
Reyes. Yes! And you said it, Noreen, getting the middles involved is good for PLDT's offense. They're back on top by one, 11-10. There you go, D-Mac is at the back. So you got Basas, you got Samonte, and Mika Reyes in front for PLDT.
Yeah. So this is when you want those stops at the net.
Oh, great dig by Viray. Samonte charging, scoring.
Well, this should be a good rotation for PLDT. You have to say Samonte has got the hot hands.
9 points for Samonte. Off this kill, timeout KingWHALE Taipei. PLDT leading by 2.
得分就给他得分，因为我们只要抢得分就可以了，好不好？大家缓一下。发球，因为他们的快攻真的是蛮优异的。你们发球要么短一点，要么长一点，让他们压，至少开网一点，让他们配合不要那么的密切。OK， 对啊，因为刚刚那个几颗球让他们直接推进来就有麻烦。先接发球，然后因为有3支前排哦，加油！
Let's see how KingWHALE regroups here. (12-10) 2-point advantage for PLDT. Carvalho going short on the attack and scores.
We love that hang time by Carvalho. She really waited for Jules Samonte to go down, and that cut very, very mild and weak, but she gets the point.
Former under-18 national team player of Brazil is Beatriz Carvalho. Easy put away there for Mika Reyes. PLDT protecting a 2-point advantage.
Well, KingWHALE asking for an overreach there, but we saw how careful Mika Reyes was. But I feel that it was a bit, she went over the net. Anyhow.
Yi Jen sets it up. Viray picking up the attack of Lee Jun Chen. There's Chen Che. This time Basas.
Oh, good dig.
Lee Jun Chen will score.
Yeah, the smart tip there, tipping it off the blockers, and that changed the trajectory of the ball. Look at this
Great dig by Carvalho, #1, and then Lee Jun Chen knew exactly what she wanted to do.
Yeah.
Honda with the serve. Better received there. Mika Reyes. That's picked up by Chen Chia. Lee Jun Chen again. Back-to-back points. Lee Jun Chen with 8. Second leading scorer right after Carvalho for KingWHALE Taipei.
Yeah, we talked about the blocking of PLDT so far. It hasn't been successful here. They've been going through the blockers. We can see just in between Basas and Mika Reyes.
Just remember, I should take a look at easy pass there for Ceballos. That's off the antenna. Chen Chia will score. And yeah, don't look now, but a silent but efficient run for KINGWHALE Taipei. They retake the lead, 14-13, as Jovi Prado will check in for PLDT.
So PLDT's got to be careful not to give up too many points. Remember what happened in the second set. The lead was too big. Oof.
Honda with a really awkward serve.
You can sense she was targeting zone 4 there.
14-all. Anybody's set.
Yeah.
Attack by Lee Jun Chen. Or sorry, Chen Xie with the attack there. Here's Lee Jun Chen going short. Pancake save by Prado. Samonte from the back row. Chen Xie with a tip. Nobody close. Oh, wait. Mika Reyes with another pancake save. Combination play, and that is outside for Chen Li Jung.
So what defense being displayed by PLDT? Barely half the court to floor defense.
Let's take a look here. The pancake save. First one by Jovi Prado is good.
Yeah.
Here's the one by Mika Reyes. Ooh, may not have been on point there. Could have been short. Nick Tsai will tie the game at 15. Wow, Nick Tsai off the bench. 6 points.
Well, the blockers really have to expect that. Again, she has been very successful every time she gets the opportunity. So the blockers have to anticipate that.
Chen Xie. Basas. Block coverage by Arado. Chance ball here for KINGWHALE Taipei. Nick Tsai. Blocked partially by Prado. They go to Basas again. And Shi King. Strong hit there by Chen Li Jung. That's outside for Dan Palomata.
That gotta hurt. It was actually a good exchange between both teams.
That error puts KINGWHALE Taipei on top by 1, 16-15, third set. PLDT errors allowing KINGWHALE Taipei to take the lead here in the third set, 16-15. Beatriz Carvalho you saw with 12, Samonte with 9, Nick Tsai off the bench with 6 points. Chen Xie with the serve, and she has 5 already. Prado, yes!
That's a great set by Immaculangan. Again, good passing. You know, if PLDT can only work on their pass like that good pass, I mean, there are so many options. There are 3 players to choose from who to give it to.
16-all. Another close set. PLDT win today sends them into the championship match. Great save again by Shi King. Palomata, cross court, dug up by Chen Xie. Lee Jung-chen is rejected by Palomata. Prado with a push. Pancake save was called good from Nick Tsai. A poor first ball there from Samonte. Gonna be a free ball from Dimakulangan. Nick Tsai blocked by Prado. Chen Lee Jung with the attack. Prado counters. She King with a dig.
Still alive.
Chen Lee Jung. Back row. Samonte into the net. Long rally ended with an attack error for PLDT, and KINGWHALE back on top by 1.
Boy, but really, defense really working for both teams. It's just sad that, you know, it had to end with a hitting error, but you like the quality of the defense of both teams.
And the level of play has gone up somewhat for both teams.
Yeah.
Erica Santos in the game for the second time for PLDT. There's Chen Lee Jung. She is playing in her first tournament. She did not play yesterday. But what a game for her today. Yes, 8 already. Nick Tsai. That's dug up by Semana, who's back in the game. Prado, cross court. Carvalho. Semana. Nope. She probably touched the net as well. So.
She crossed already. She crossed that midline.
So KINGWHALE Taipei on top by 2. Take a look here. Yeah, she definitely crossed. She probably touched the net as well. We didn't play the clip completely, and her momentum seemed to carry her into the net.
Yeah, because of the overpassing.
Yep. Prado. What a dig there by Chen Xie. Carvalho off speed. Arado will set it up. Santos.
Ooh.
Yes. First point for Erica Santos.
Yeah, and you like that. Just get it in, get your groove. I mean, you're coming off the bench. Nothing spectacular, but you score the point. Right? Just enough top spin on that.
PLDT within 1. Ooh. Yeah, looked short right from the start.
Of course, a lot of the fans hoping that it'll clip the net and go over, but nope.
What is it, 12 service errors? 13 service errors already for PLDT. Nick Tsai walking up to the serve. Arado. Semana. Yes! With 0 tempo going on there with Del Palomata. She has 8.
Boy, that Arado worked and stretched hard for that, and Del Palomata did not disappoint.
And Chen Xie was right there. A pretty good defender and digger, but she didn't even react. That was that fast. Honda with a tip. Honda will score.
Boy, PLDT's got to adjust, you know, Del Palomata. You know, you have to know who your teammates are at a given rotation. You see Del Palomata from the back, you don't really expect her to get the drop balls, right? So, you know, the team has got to adjust to these situations.
2-point lead for KINGWHALE Taipei. Santos is rejected, and KINGWHALE Taipei makes it a 3-point lead. Coach Pascua forced to call a timeout here. We'll listen in.
Kasi malalaki yun, inintay kasi natin ng blocker. Papalis, pagka dito ka, nakita mo, hindi target mo sa kanan, down the lane ka. Kasi pahabol yung pivot block. Kung i-cross mo, talagang mabablock ka. Then, siyempre, kailangan natin ng protect, kailangan natin ng coverage. Pag nakita na natin yung bola, kung natin hintayin pa yung kasama natin kumuha. Kung sino unang nakakita, yun na magre-react, kukunin ang bola, ha? So, hindi na eh. Ang problema, receive lang tayo, ladies, para magkaroon tayo ng combination attack. Nawawala yung combination, nagiging open-open. Pag open-open ang bigay natin, make sure yung coverage naman natin, patibayan natin. Kasi nga, dalawang blockers yun. Diba? Huwag tayong bibitaw sa coverage, huwag tayong bibitaw sa receive, ha? Go! KBB!
PLDT, they need to turn it around right here because any further, and it's going to be much, much harder to come back. We saw that they were down, what was 7 set points in the first set. They made a run, but obviously they fell short. They don't want to do that again. Erica Santos got a few tips from Coach Pasco during the timeout about how she should approach that attack.
And how to read your defense.
It's going to go to Carvalho. Ooh! Beatriz Carvalho with her 14th point.
And it's a 4-point lead. I mean, KINGWHALE just pulling away at this juncture of the match.
Yi Jen with a serve. Good pass. Semana goes back to Reyes. Great save by Yi Jen. Arado will set it up for Samonte. Difficult angle for Jules. That's not coming back. Jules Samonte stops the run of KINGWHALE Taipei.
She's been the one, aside from the middles, producing the points.
Between Samonte and Reyes, they have 20.
That's a tough angle.
Basas. Currently with 7 in the game. Di Maculangan set to serve. Only 1 point off 1 attack for Rhea Di Maculangan. 3-point deficit for PLDT right now.
Good pass.
Honda. Di Maculangan was right there. Viray will set it up for Samonte. Samonte is rejected. Viray with coverage. Basas goes up, tips. Honda picking it up. Chenche. Oh, beautiful placement. Right behind Samonte, and nobody was there. Viray tried to catch up, but too little, too late.
Well, they're just playing it smart, talking about KINGWHALE.
Very smart. Final timeout for PLDT now.
Disiplinahin nyo yung position ninyo pagka depensa. Sa pattern muna kayo. Kagaya mo, Jules, dapat ikaw nung kukuha mo nandito. Bakit kung nandito kagad, wala pa naman drop ball. Di ba? Kasi pag nandito ka, talagang hindi makukuha ninin man yan. At sa'yo yun, di ba? Then, after contact, after receive, after contact ng spiker, tingnan kung anong position ng spiker, tayo, angle tayo, ibabangga natin katawan natin sa bola. Hindi nandito yung bola, nakatagilid kayo. Babasahin yung sitwasyon kung kayo mga spiker, ano man dadalhin sa bola na yun, di ba? So, analyze lang ang nangyayari. Hindi tayo nanguhula. Basa lang. Okay, PLDT.
Together! Isang ikot lang tayo.
Back to a 4-point deficit against PLDT. Take a look here at what Chenche does. I mean, just reads the defense and puts it where she needs to.
She took a page off of Jules Samonte's book, actually. Jules Samonte did the same thing.
Poor first ball. Reyes able to make something out of nothing. 11 for Reyes. But PLDT down by 3, and KINGWHALE needing 2 points to go up 2 sets to 1.
Well, they're still in it. They're just down by 3, as you said. You want to rally. You don't want to give KINGWHALE 2 sets.
Yeah. And not a point more here because you don't want to be down 4 set points. Over receive, but Yi Jen makes something out of that. The attack though is outside for Chen Li Jung. So error there, 2 straight points for PLDT. Noreen, we are within 2.
Yeah, that's a good break for PLDT.
Samonte will go to the bench. Heather Ginoo will come in to serve for PLDT. She got an ace against Creamline. Can she pick one up here?
Oh boy, I'm sure the fans are hoping desperately for one.
Serve is good. Li Jen go to Chenche. Prado.
Oh!
3-point run complete for PLDT. 1 more to go. Prado with 7 points.
And you like the confidence of Prado when she went up for that.
Timeout for KINGWHALE Taipei as their lead is down to 1.
Yeah, after serve. So you focus. 子轩，你可以上来接吗？还是等一下再一轮？要注意接发球。好。基本战术。我们打一个好不好？陈杰也是。好。 好不好？一局因为这边还有接发球，所以你先专心接发球，以后再上去进攻。如果真的有你的球，李妍姐会等你。来 ，focus。
Well, what we got there was focus. No, obviously the timeout was to stop the run of PLDT. And I'm sure they're saying one pass, one kill. You know, get to set point first,
So this is a very important serve for Heather Ginoo right now and for PLDT.
to say the least. Whoa!
That was a nice one. Chen Xie. Oh! Di makulangan and Ginoo let that one by. Coach Pasco is upset.
Well, you know, you love the placing of that hit right in between two players.
2 set points for KINGWHALE Taipei. 24 serving 22. Honda with the serve. Mika Reyes. Chen Xie. Block. Goes across. Mika Reyes with a dump. Yes!
Oh! What a time for that. Smart tip there by Mika Reyes.
1 set point saved by PLDT.
No, and you like how she was asking for it. You know, she knows I have the advantage. Give it to me. Set it to me.
They need to save one more though. Would be great if they get it via an ace. Nick Tsai, she's been deadly. Yes! Nick Tsai closes out set number 3 on a running attack, Noreen.
Well, it's a better set for PLDT, but again, they fall short here in the third set.
Excellent play here. Great receive, great pass, and Nick Tsai does what she does best. 7 points in total for her in the match. And it's a 2-1 advantage. KINGWHALE Taipei over PLDT. KINGWHALE Taipei taking control of the final stage of set number 3 and managed to protect their advantage and win it. And they are now up 2-1 against PLDT. Let's take a look at highlights of set number 3. Actually, PLDT started off well with a 2-0 start, but then a couple of errors allowed KINGWHALE to tie, and then Nick Tsai, Carvalho, and everybody else started chipping in. Mika Reyes and Jules Samonte came alive as well in set number 3.
Yeah, but you know, we have to mention really the story of today's game so far. In 3 sets is the defense of KINGWHALE. You know, they're just so gritty. They work for every point. You rarely, it happens, yes, but you rarely see the balls just fall on the floor. Somebody's gonna attempt at these, and that's been, you know, showing us what defense is really, what it's all about. Let's look at the numbers. They even led in terms of attacks in that third set, 17-16. Blocking, even service aces when they have PLDT. Again, opponents' errors of KINGWHALE, they minimize errors to, again, 4-7 for PLDT. So they lost, when you look at the numbers, PLDT lost by 2. And in terms of errors, they're ahead by 3. So that could have been easily the story of the third set.
You love how this young team from KINGWHALE Taipei, composed half of them rookies, managed to composure, especially in pressure pack situations, and keep the errors down.
Yeah. But really, for the aspiring volleyball players, when you watch this game, you have to see when people say defense wins games. You check out the defense of KINGWHALE. They're really going for every ball. And frustrating PLDT as
That's
well.
right. Carvalho, yes! KINGWHALE Taipei picking up where they left off. 15 points for Carvalho now. PLDT, their backs against the wall. In a must-win mode.
Well, I'm actually surprised it's 15 because they're quite 15 points. You've
Yeah.
seen ball distribution from KINGWHALE.
That's a check ball, a point for Chen Li-jung. Again, Chen Li-jung did not play against Army. She is a rookie. And in her first tournament, and making a good account of herself today, 9 points already.
Hitting off the high hands, playing it smart for a rookie.
Basas, yes!
Well, we keep saying they need more of that from Chin
Oh, yeah.
Basas.
Basas with 8 so far.
But can you imagine if Chin Basas can play at a consistent level? This would have been, in favor of PLDT.
Oh, serve into the net. Samonte only with 10 points. Let's go to Franny Reyes.
Such a calm, zen disposition. After each misreceive or error, they get back up and start playing volleyball again. And, with a team with so many rookies, they're just very eager to learn from their coaches, from their teammates, and from their opponent. They're like sponges, and they've adjusted to PLDT so well. They started the game with 10 or 11 errors in the first set, down to 4, I think, errors in the third set. And Yao Yijen has done a great job of leading her team against the pros. But, I remember something that Mika Reyes told me before. One of the things that they struggle with is quickly adjusting to what the coaches want. And there's no time like the present to adjust to KINGWHALE Taipei if they want to turn this game around in their favor.
Excellent defense by KINGWHALE Taipei in the last sequence. Unbelievable angle for Chen Chie, and she still got it with her back. She was facing the other way. The net was behind her.
Yeah, but what a save by Carvalho.
That's right, that too.
Right? I mean, she was really just throwing herself to the ball, and she kept it alive. And they get the point.
Off an attack error by Basas this time around. Mika Reyes with a dump. PLDT down by 2.
Well, we saw in the first 3 sets that every time Del Palomata is in front, you have to go there. I'm saying this over and over again because you need to pass and give it more to Del Palomata.
Here's the Carvalho save. Take a look at Carvalho. Looked impossible already. But then this angle. Chen Chie, how difficult is that?
And she's just a rookie.
Palomata, yes!
So that's what we're talking about. And for PLDT, you have to make sure you cover. You have to expect that blocks would come, so coverage should be ready. But take advantage again of this rotation.
PLDT still 2 points down. 3 serving 5. That is... No, it didn't cross the net. According to Bobby Celso, our first referee, so an attack error for Chen Li-jung.
That play actually kind of confuses me a bit because it did touch the tape, but it hit the blocker's hand.
Yeah, Palomata.
Right? I need to read.
That usually counts. 1-2 play there, easy point for Ilan Yi-jen.
We need to actually reorient ourselves with that because sometimes it's so quick, you don't really see that it hits the blocker's hand. You see the ball hit the tape. So, yeah, we will confer.
Prado blocked. Arado keeping it alive. A chance ball here for KINGWHALE Taipei. Nick Sai.
Ooh, good save. Yeah.
by Dimakulangan. Another chance ball for KINGWHALE Taipei. We go to Nick Sai. Prado picking it up. Jovi Prado off speed. Dug up by Carvalho. Sai off speed. Samonte keeping it alive. Arado sending it over.
Long rally we're having.
Carvalho. Basas with a save. Back row. Samonte with the tip. A little high. She King sets it up. Comes Carvalho again. She's rejected. Net violation going to be called against Palomata.
Well, she is denying that, but the second referee.
Yeah, somebody touched the net. The angle is too far, obviously, to be precise, but somebody touched the net for sure. Could have been Dimakulangan. Palomata, yes! 10 points now for Del.
Well, that's a way to make up for that previous play.
3 players in double digits for PLDT. Only 2 players in double digits for KINGWHALE, but PLDT still down by 2.
Well, they need a good serve.
They get it.
Yep.
Nick Sai. Better coverage this time by PLDT. Oh, excellent. Really short, soft tip from Palomata. Back-to-back points for her. She has 11.
And that actually surprised Liao Yijen. And it takes a lot to surprise her, mind you. Right?
1-point game. This is the closest the PLDT has been in this set number 4. Over received. Easy dump. And just like that, PLDT ties the game at 7.
Well, that's exactly what Coach George was saying the entire match is we have to start from the service area. And when they serve well, good things happen to PLDT.
Samonte with 11. Along with Palomata. Reyes with 13. Prado serve. Carvalho. Prado keeping it alive. Arado with the second ball. Here comes Jules. Easy over. 1-2 play. Arado read it perfectly. Palomata with a drop.
That's the way to go for PLDT. Use Del Palomata.
3-point run for PLDT. Puts them on top. Take a look. Beautiful play. Easy point. 8-7. PLDT over KINGWHALE. Set number 4. Del Palomata with 12 in the game. Second leading scorer right now for PLDT.
Yeah, and boy, Prado has been serving well.
Block on Nick Sai by Samonte. PLDT leading by 1, 8-7. Samonte attacking. That's picked up by Chen Li Jung. Sai from the middle. Dug up by Basas. Palomata again. Del Palomata, 3 straight points. And she has 13 in the match.
Well, you know, with the way PLDT's playing here in the 4th set, they're actually confusing KINGWHALE because KINGWHALE cannot find an answer to Del Palomata. So what are they going to do? How are they going to stop Del Palomata?
That's what's on the mind for sure of Yen Min Teng, the head coach of KINGWHALE Taipei. Carvalho off the block.
Well, that's a good stop for KINGWHALE. You know that the PLDT is getting their rhythm here in the fourth set.
16 points for Carvalho. Chance to tie on the Nick Tsai serve here, 8-9. Another short serve. Palomata again. Then Palomata is on a roll, 14 points.
And she is relentless here in the fourth set, but she goes up to serve, Eric.
The big question, how will PLDT sustain this run with Palomata in the back row?
Well, we gotta put the responsibility on Mika Reyes then.
Carvalho, Palomata over receives. Honda easily puts it away right on the chest of Chin Basas.
Well, she was there, but great target by Honda.
Still a 1-point lead for PLDT right now, 9 serving 10. Set 4. Ilan Yi-Jen with a serve. Mika Reyes, there's your answer. Nareen.
Yep. Well, the middles have been so active in this fourth set.
They've been the secret weapon. Coach Pascua. Back to a 2-point advantage for Dimaculangan and the high-speed hitters. Not a good first ball. Carvalho. Ooh! Knocks that one in with some power. 17 points now.
You know, when she goes up for that ball and she hits it, you can sense like all the emotions, all the everything she's been through the entire day goes with the ball.
She's subbed though, she's limping. And she's gonna get looked at by the trainers, that's for sure. Cramping up on the right leg. Oh, service error for Chi Swan, who came in to replace Carvalho.
A good break there for PLDT.
And there's Carvalho getting looked at, getting stretched.
Well, that's hard. You know, when you start cramping, it's hard to get back.
Served by Samonte. Blocked by Reyes on Honda. That's outside for Lee Jun Cheng.
Well, that's good. What good blocking can do for you. It'll make the hitter try to go through, and in that case, too much angle.
Timeout by KINGWHALE Taipei. They're down by 3.
各位，我们重打好不好？因为球赛不能这样打，换了一个发球，然后一个攻击，这样很伤哎。这些都真的没必要。那如果球真的有点不好，还是可以把它带到他们困难的地方。哎，等一下重打，我们失误真的要降低一点啊。然后各位不用想什么，积极的去进攻，正常打，保守会让人家很积极的继续这样上去哦。那我们只能不保守，这样才会打平衡哦。
Sports Vision President Ricky Palou on the left of your screens. Looking intently at the action. He was saying that PLDT was the first team, so far I believe the only team to commit to playing in the ABC, regardless of whether or not they win the championship. If first the champions or the second placers are unwilling,
oh, that's good.
They will step in, PLDT. There's a point by Chen Chen.
Well, you know, you like the commitment of this team to volleyball.
Good response to the timeout.
Yeah. Again, in between two players.
There's Honda. the Mongolian-Japanese player. Di makulangan, back to Reyes. Oh, Reyes is on a roll this time. 15 now for Mika Reyes. She and Del Palomata are together, lifting PLDT here in set number 4.
I totally agree. They're carrying PLDT right now. And also, it's great that the Makulangan is acknowledging the fact that that's where they're scoring.
Nice drop, but Basas with coverage. Back-to-back attacks there for Chen Xie. Second time around, she scores.
Well, good effort by Mika Reyes. She tried to chase that.
Chen Xie with 9 already in the match. Still a 2-point lead for PLDT.
What a serve.
Palomata is back. And she scores right away. 15 for Palomata. She and Mika Reyes have 30 together for PLDT.
Well, obviously, that's a welcome sight for the PLDT fans. But Palomata also, again, in front and automatically scoring.
3-point lead, PLDT. Chin Basas with the serve. Short receive. Back row attack is outside for Chi Swan. Biggest lead for the high-speed hitters right now at 4. 16-12 against KINGWHALE Taipei in the 4th set. Two sets to 1 against KINGWHALE Taipei here in the 4th set.
Well, it's a better stretch for PLDT. And you're hoping, their fans are hoping they can sustain.
Yeah, that's the key word, sustain.
Yeah.
Prado with the dump, yes. There's your answer. Prado with 8. That's her first point here in set number 4.
That's off a over-receiver, over-pass for KINGWHALE, and Prado just takes advantage of that.
Great anticipation at the net for Jovi Prado. That's going to be way outside.
I mean, you just don't like seeing that because that has been their problem in the first 3 sets. Really, here, they've been serving so well. You don't want them to fall into that dark specter.
Yi-Jen sets it up. Carvalho with the tip. Prado. They go to the middle. A block on Palomata. Chance ball for KINGWHALE Taipei. They go to Nick Tsai. Nick Tsai with the tip. Nick Tsai will score.
Well, how many times has she done that in today's game? And she has been successful.
So 2 straight points here. A mini run for KINGWHALE Taipei.
Catarado is a really good defender, but that was just placed perfectly.
Service outside for Lee Jun Chen. Another drop, same spot, same result for Nick Tsai.
Like when she does that, it's like almost automatic, right? Let's check it out. It was good. Good. Good.
Still a 3-point lead for PLDT though. 15 serving 18. Samonte over receive. Chance ball for PLDT. They go through the middle. And Palamata is blocked. Samonte. Yi Jen to Carvalho. Oh, Arado with a dig. A push by Samonte. Yi Jen back to Carvalho.
Still alive.
Samonte again. Carvalho asking for it. They don't give it to her. Honda attacks. Prado with a dig. Samonte pushes it again. Honda push was blocked. 1-2 play for the Makulangan. Tsai from the back row. Palomata blocked again by Honda, but the second touch couldn't get it over. What a long rally. This time won by PLDT. But Yan Minteng complaining about something.
It's about the setter.
Huh? Are they complaining about Rhea Di Maculangan? Overreach was Rhea for a back row player when she sent it over on a 1-2 play.
Yes, 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 yes.
Legitimate complaint by Yan Minteng. So PLDT loses the point. Call is overturned. Rare occurrence.
Well, I heard Coach George saying the not over ball, they didn't call. I mean, KINGWHALE had won.
By Honda.
Yeah. Well,
Rhea Di Maculangan being asked by Coach Pascuat to complain. She is the team captain. Our second referee, Fernando Bernardo, confers again with Bobby Celso, our first referee. They check with the technical committee. Was Rhea Di Maculangan a back row player? Checking.
is she? So it's Del Palomata. Yeah, I think the best is what he's doing. That's the correct thing. Confer with the table officials. Make sure you make the right call.
All right, so the call is overturned again. This is the first time I've ever seen this. They correct it, and they correct it again. This is the 1-2 play. And after conferring with the table officials, apparently Rhea Di Maculangan is not a back row player.
Yeah.
So that was a legal move.
Good call.
Good call. Honda cross court on a running attack is good. 5 points for Honda.
She's mad. I mean, we don't see a lot of this, but boy, what a time for that to come.
Yi Jen with a good serve. Samonte softened by the block. Yi Jen will set it up. They go to Carvalho. Arado with a beautiful dig. Samonte with an easy over. This time, that's a dig by Prado. Off an attack by Chen Chie. They go to Carvalho. Mika Reyes. Yes! And PLDT playing tight, playing really good volleyball. They're up by 4.
What about the combination of Prado and Arado at the back?
Timeout here by KINGWHALE Taipei. We'll listen in.
这就过去了，因为领带不是刚刚那一颗球，不过没关系，没关系。一样还 OK 吗？B 啊 ，fighting 哦，have a good chance。来打，专心继续打。
KINGWHALE Taipei, they find themselves down by 4 late in set number 4, but they are up 2 sets, 2-1. They obviously don't want a 5th set.
Well, it looks like we're evenly matched if you look at the first, second. I mean, could be a very close match.
Look at the performance, Scott Arado. As advertised, right?
As promised. And we did mention early on, Carvalho is cramping, so we don't know if this goes a fifth set. How will she be able to, maintain that level?
And it looks like it will, barring obviously any hits for PLDT. They got a service ace here and stretch that lead to 5.
They'll need more good serves.
Another good serve. Chen Xie with a push. Combination play. Basas is rejected by Honda. Good coverage by Dimaculangan. Samonte rises and scores!
Boy, how big has True Samonte been today?
12 points for Samonte. Substitution here for KINGWHALE Taipei as you look at the Samonte kill. Jermina Jacobs comes in for a taller front line. And number 4, Chen Li Jung will check in for the first time.
Well, Coach Teng really can feel or can sense this fourth set slipping, so she needs to change things up. This substitution should be good for them.
So Chen Li Jung will play setter here, number 4.
Yeah.
Biggest lead of PLDT at 6. 22 serving 16, set 4. Oh, she touched the net. So PLDT looking very good here in set number 4.
This is exactly what happened, but in favor of KINGWHALE in the second set, where they erected a commanding lead. That's what PLDT is doing here.
Another great serve, but better received this time. Jacobs could have been outside. And a double contact offense called against Dimaculangan.
Yeah, miscommunication there. That was really a wasted opportunity. But, you have to know where your setter is. If Dimaculangan is close to the ball, let her set.
Samonte charging in and puts PLDT at 7 set points, 24-17.
That was a tight set, but a great set at that.
Good receive. There's a push by Lee Jun Chen. Back row attack. Carvalho. Honda with a 1-2 play. Arado will set it. They go to Basas. Jermina Jacobs with a point.
You like that coming off the bench for KINGWHALE.
And 1 set point saved by KINGWHALE Taipei. As Mau Mau Yuen will check in, number 16. PLDT only needs 1 to send this to a 5th and deciding set.
I think Coach Teng is giving her girls some breather now.
To get them ready for
the 5th set.
5th. Dimaculangan. Mika Reyes. Over received. Mika Reyes. Not just yet. What an attack there by Lee Jun Chen. What a dig as well. Prado unable to get it across. 2 set points Saved by KINGWHALE Taipei. And with 5 more to go, Coach Pascua calls a timeout.
Bilisan mo lang yung palo. Pagkakapos ng bola, doon mo sa
Receive ulit eh.
So one good receive, then commit. Pagka may chance, pagka good receive, bigyan mo na kagad sa combination na kagad kayo. Dito nyo dalhin yung bola sa left side. Okay, para kung bibigay mo sa outside, pahabol yung middle backer doon, ha? Okay, let's go. One good pass tayo.
Walang Joby.
Okay, PLDT.
Together! Walang Joby.
All right. PLDT. They only need a point. Right now, that's got to be a good stop, good pass, and a good attack. Send this into 5th set. Ting Pei Yin in the game to serve. Di Makulangan back to Prado.
Oh,
Quick
save.
reflexes by KINGWHALE Taipei. Prado again. Jacobs will score. 3 7-point save by KINGWHALE Taipei.
Well, they're not out of it yet. It's actually the same as, which set was that? It's 24-20, but now in favor of PLDT. They need one stop. They want to end it right here to prepare themselves for the 5th set.
Mika Reyes. And that's it. Mika Reyes with 17 points.
Yeah, and the fans are loving it here. We ain't done. We're going to a 5th set.
PLDT survives, erects a huge cushion late in set number 4. And we get a 5th set to determine who will win between PLDT and KINGWHALE Taipei. PLDT extends this match by winning set number 4, 25-20. We'll take a look at highlights of the 4th set. It was close all the way to the end when PLDT started to put away and put up 7 set points in the end.
Yeah, you know, clearly what made a huge difference there in the 4th set was the serving. The service of PLDT, they were just serving and serving tough. And with that, they were able to pass well also. Exactly what Coach George said, right? It stems or it begins from your service, and then blocking will follow, passing will follow, and that is exactly what happened. That's why PLDT was able to clinch that 4th set, and we are now, yes, thank you very much, going to a 5th set. Let's look at the numbers, 17-14 in terms of attacks, blocking, and service aces also went the way of PLDT. And look, they even minimized their errors to 6. So it was a better set really for PLDT. And here in the 5th set, they want to take off. or take from the fourth set.
That probably for me is one of the biggest keys to that win. That the 6 errors that they kept to a minimum, right?
Yeah. And for their standards, 6 is already a minimum.
Yeah, exactly. Because the previous one was 8, and
10.
the first 2 were double digits.
Yeah.
Mika Reyes has been leading the way for PLDT with 17 points. Palomata coming in a close second with 16. Chen Chia with 9. Nick Tsai with 9 as well. Carvalho is the leader with 17. There's Del Palomata and there's 16 points.
And for PLDT, you also like the addition of Jovi Prado into the lineup. I mean, she provides steady floor defense. We already know her to be a potent offensive option, but steady floor defense. We saw the digs earlier.
That calm veteran presence on the floor as well.
Yeah.
Set number 5. PLDT wins today. They booked themselves a seat in the championship match against Creamline. They lose today, they will be 2-2 in the standings, and we'll have to wait and see what happens to Signal, because Signal still has a game against KINGWHALE Taipei over the weekend. Meanwhile, a win by KINGWHALE Taipei, they go up 2-0 and really in a good position to compete for that slot in the championship match.
And you know, if we base it on what happened in the preliminary round, wherein till the last game, we didn't know which team was going to make it and win in what number of sets and what have you. All these teams want to avoid that, avoid any complication, and avoid having to rely on your opponent's games. You know, where you're just watching and waiting. You don't want that to happen.
So while things are, you know, they have control of what happens to them in the future, PLDT must, you know, play like there's no tomorrow here in the fifth set. That is just on the line for Chen Chia. Puts KINGWHALE Taipei on the board first.
Well, prior to the start of this set, we saw a lull on the side of PLDT because they wrote the wrong number. They wrote Fiola Ceballos' number, so early substitution right now for Coach George.
Mika Reyes trying to pick up where she left off. Basas. Chen Chia again. Arado with the pancake save. Chen Chia will try again. Arado again. Basas. Di Makulangan goes back to Reyes.
Great rally we're having.
That's Chi Swan attacking for KINGWHALE Taipei. Basas. Chi Swan trying to chase after it. Basas will score her 9th point. Let's go to Franny Reyes.
You know, this far into the conference, Del Palomata mentioned to me that blocking is still something that they need to work on. And in that fourth set, we saw much more productivity from the middles. And since the fourth set, Del has been much more vocal on the court, really wanting to win this game. Now, I also want to highlight Kath Arado, who's been exceptional on defense and has been a rock for PLDT. She's been reassuring Del and told her, block ka lang ng block. Pag di mo na block, dedepensa lang kami. And PLDT is a much more cohesive unit, and they're letting us all know it's not over till they say it's over. Back to the panel.
Right now on cue, Arado has been chasing the ball all over the place. Prado will score again. 9 points for Prado already.
And you do like the coverage right now, PLDT. You know, they've been going to Mika Reyes, but blocking is already there, but coverage is also there for PLDT.
2-1, PLDT. 5th set.
Good serve.
Arado, that time around, unable to pick it up. Over received by Prado. 1-2 play for Yi Jen. Prado. Oh, back-to-back points. No, it's... Wait a minute. Block touch called by our officials.
Well, I saw Jovi Brado immediately signaled it's a touch ball, and we heard it like hit some hands there.
We'll see here.
Check it out.
Oof. I don't know. Maybe this. No, not as well. It probably wasn't even close.
Yeah. Okay. Reset corrected.
And again, a service error.
When it just...
Yeah. So 3-all. Set number 5. A poor pass there. Prado will get it back. Over received. Palamata with a kill.
What a save by Arado, leading to that.
Well, she made up for the poor first ball. Jovi Prado with the kill. Sorry, Del Palomata with the kill on an over receive after the Prado attack. Nixay, Basas, great position for that receive. Palomata again. 18 now for Del. She is the leading scorer of PLDT. A very early timeout by KINGWHALE Taipei.
A 或 C，B 来打一个，接一个，还有机会哦。然后陈杰那边每接要有一个子轩，好，老三要 stand by， 好，把那个后排球放在线前，敢打，加油！加油！
Jules Samonte with 13 points. Elan Yi Chen, team captain. And the starting setter for KINGWHALE Taipei. PLDT up by 2, 5 serving 3, 5th set. Service ace for Chin Basas. Remember, she had 3 straight aces in a game over the weekend.
And like we said, if PLDT serves well, good things happen to the squad.
PLDT now doubles the output of KINGWHALE Taipei here in the 5th set, 6-3. Oh. Service error. Chin Basas. Nixay with the ball to serve. 9 points for her off 8 attacks. One service ace for Nixay. Palomata. Yes! Oh, Del Palomata on a roll. 19 points now after a 14-point performance against Greenline.
How frustrating is that? I mean, the blockers are already there. They're guarding Del Palomata, but they can't seem to, to stop Del Palomata's onslaught here.
Seven-4. Great serve. Carvalho. Yes!
Well, she's been successful hitting off the high hands there.
18 now for Beatriz Carvalho. Prado with a good receive. Del Palomata rejected by Honda.
Finally, we were just talking about it. They get a stop. But we did mention earlier, PLDT, you have to expect that she will get blocked, so coverage has to be there.
1-point game. Samonte. Jules Samonte. 14 in the game.
You love that. You saw the way she just stopped her hand. Not a full follow through. She wanted a short ball. which in a lot of the sets has been successful. Look at that. It's just off speed, and she gets the point.
Good court awareness, reading the floor, as you see Heather Ginoo now serving for PLDT. Carvalho blocked by Samonte. Outside, but there's a block touch.
I think it was off Samonte as well. Boy, how close can this get?
Yeah.
It's a 1-point game.
KINGWHALE can tie on this serve by Carvalho. Mika Reyes running attack, picked up by Shi King. Chen Xie into the net.
Well, she went for that.
Wasn't even close.
Yeah.
It was below the tape of the net. Back to a 2-point advantage for the high-speed hitters.
Crucial part of the 5th set.
Yi Jen goes back to Chen Xie. Arado will set it up. Mika Reyes going above the blockers, maybe a little too high. Back row.
Whoa.
What a dig by Prado. Samonte through the double block.
Well, credit half that point to Jovi Prado.
Yeah.
What a dig.
And the way she absorbed the power of the attack. Look at her fall back just so she doesn't get an over ball.
Exactly. You know that it was, calculated properly. What defense.
Now a 3-point advantage for PLDT, 10-7. Honda is short. That's going to be 4 touches against KINGWHALE Taipei. Crucial errors for the visitors here. And this is the 2nd timeout already of KINGWHALE Taipei.
没关系，没关系，调整好自己的心情。我跟你讲。
Well, this is going to be the last-ditch effort of KINGWHALE Taipei. It's now or never. They must turn it around in order to secure this match. Beatriz Carvalho with 19 points. She is coming off a 14-point performance against Army. But that was a 3-set win. They're looking at a 5-set either loss or a win here, depending on the outcome. Chen Xie, net violation against PLDT.
Well, they can still afford that, but you don't want, to give away free points because of the errors.
Service specialist Ting Pei Yin is back in the game. Dimakulangan, combination play. Samonte knocks it in. Jules with 16.
Textbook, we always say textbook volleyball for you. Perfect pass by Jovi Prada to garner this ending. Wow.
4-point lead. It's a cushion, but it's not safe. Yi Jen, back set, Chen Xie. Dimakulangan finds Prado with a dump. Easy over by Carvalho. Chance ball for PLDT. They go to Mika Reyes. Carvalho chasing after it.
Still alive.
Shi King with a free ball. Arado. They go back to Prado. Prado is blocked. Coverage by Dimakulangan. Jovi Prado down the line. Yi Jen picking it up. Shi King back to Chen Xie. Basas. Back row for Samonte. That's way off.
You like the effort? She was directly beneath that ball.
Well, she wanted the angle, but
Yeah.
she got too much of it.
And you have to understand, for sure, fatigue is
Of
already
course.
setting in. Those legs are tired.
9 serving 12. Nika Reyes, what a pickup there by Shi King.
Ooh.
Lee Jun Cheng. Prado, that's dug up. Shi King sets it up. Carvalho, back row. Prado. Shi King again. Lee Jun Chen. Yes!
Oh, it's just a 2-point game.
Lee Jun Chen with 11. 2-point game. PLDT calls a timeout. We'll listen in.
Combination natin ulit. Pero kailangan yung chance ball dito nyo ibigay. Then tres, 5 rito. So naintindihan. Tapos huwag nyo muna papakita yung kamay ninyo. Ang ginagawa ninyo, tinataas ang kamay tapos tinatarget. Huwag malikot ang kamay para yung depensa natin makapag-establish. Naintindihan? Huwag nyo habulin dito sa kanan pag binigay dito, ha? Sa
Salak
outside
nyo
dito.
ng down the line, iwan nyo sa akin.
Naintindihan? So pag nagbalik ang duda combination attack, huwag masyadong tumataas yung bola natin. Tumataas kaya nakaka-depensa, nakaka-peso yung blocker. Ha? Okay, let's go. Silang tayo. Okay, PLDT.
All right. Again, it's still anybody's set, anybody's match.
Well, you love it. The crowd now behind their local squad in PLDT.
But the momentum has shifted slightly to KINGWHALE Taipei on a 2-point run here.
Agree.
Prado. Dug up by Carvalho. They go to Lee Jun Chen again. Arado is right there. Nika Reyes in the middle. Shi King. Lee Jun Chen. Oh, Lee Jun Chen firing a missile in. Back-to-back points for her. She has 12, and it's a 1-point game.
Well, you like the tenacity of KINGWHALE. They were down by, at least 4 points, and they come crawling back slowly but surely.
What an effort here, and what an attack there by Lee Jun Chen. Chen Xie serving. You're looking at Honda with 6 points. There's Chen Xie with a serve to tie. Di makulangan, Nika Reyes. Here we go. Lee Jun Chen is blocked.
They call not, and Coach George asking for a not over.
Oh, what a drop ball right there. And from 4 points down, KINGWHALE Taipei is back in the mess. We're tied at 12.
Hang on to your seats.
Yeah.
Sayang, silang. Yung kamay ninyo, tinataas lang. Eh, hindi pinapacheck mo nila. Ito lang mababa lang, hindi naman siya aabutin. Kunin mo na yung mga chance ball na gano'n. Hindi magsalita na, huwag tayong titigil. Hindi pa naman tapos eh. Sige, kapitan natin, atin na to eh. Let's go. Pag nagbabalik ang combination muna.
Sorry.
Dito, combination dalawa rin, may iwan ka dito sa chin kasi nandun lahat ng blockers, ha? Okay, let's go. Gusto na tayo. Okay, PLDT.
There's the block against Lee Jun Chen. That Coach Pasco was trying to contest. It looked like it was a good shot. And there's the drop by Nick Tsai, her specialty all throughout the match. Chen Xie still serving, looking to take the lead here for the first time. Basas outside, and KINGWHALE Taipei on top. This is a 5-0 run.
And they grab the lead, like you said. Boy, these kids from KINGWHALE really just don't know how to give up.
Just tenacious,
Yeah,
relentless, and patient.
and patient.
Serve again by Chen Xie. Received by Arado Prado. Yi Jen, they go back. Oh yes, Lee Jun Chen, back-to-back points for her, and it's 2 match points. KINGWHALE Taipei 14-12 from down 4. They can finish it off right now.
Well, who would have thought, right, that they would arrive at match point ahead of PLDT, except for them. They believed in
Yeah.
themselves and they fought, and they have match point.
13 points for Lee Jun Chen. Here we go. Last stand for PLDT. Prado is rejected. They go back to Jovi. Down the line, Jovi Prado saves the day. 1 match point is saved.
That clips the line. That was smart hitting by Jovi Prado. She was getting blocked going cross court. She just, carefully just slapped it to the down the line area to zone 1.
Del Palomata is in. for defensive purposes. Wait a minute, there's a complaint here. KINGWHALE Taipei talking about rotation, signaling to, they're asking for their proper positions from the technical committee just to make sure they're not called an infraction. They still have one match point. Mika Reyes ready to serve.
All important serve.
Yes, tense moment here. 17 points for Mika Reyes. She has committed 4 service errors.
Oh!
That's her 5th service error, and what a time for it to come, Noreen.
Well, that's gotta hurt. I mean, it was a tightly contested match. You know, a roller coaster ride. They had the lead early, but then again, these kids from KINGWHALE just wanted this more.
Unbelievable. The desire to win is impressive for KINGWHALE Taipei. I mean, they just showed us heart here today against the pros, against veterans from PLDT. It is a team composed of half, you know, first-timers in a tournament and half veterans. Really pulled off a huge win here today.
But one thing that PLDT is gonna learn from this match really is their errors. They need to work on that.
5-set win, KINGWHALE Taipei over PLDT. KINGWHALE Taipei used an 8-2 run in the 5th set, down by 4 to win by 2.
What can we say? It's a good match, you know, really a good match. We saw PLDT had ups and downs, so did KINGWHALE, but to make a long story short, KINGWHALE just refused to give this match. They really just came here, they wanted to enjoy, they defended well, really defense wins games, and we saw it today.
You're looking at highlights of our best player of the game, Chen Xie, and right now she is with Franny Reyes.
Yes, I'm with Chen Xie, and she told me her nickname is Panay. My first question is, what was going through your head in that 5th set when you guys were down and caught up to win the game?
我第5局是在想说，就是最后一局了，不管怎么样，就是拼下去就对了。
She said it's the last game and it's a final game, and however, we'll just do our best.
Great insight. And I guess my second question is, what's the experience playing in this conference now that you've gotten your 2nd win and against professionals?
第一场就是 第一场这边打第一场的时候就是还不适应，所以这边的感觉没有什么太好。到第二场的时候，就今天来场地练习的时候，就有感觉哦，像自己的家的感觉了。对。
The first game because it's strange here, so it's not really feeling is not really deep. And now it's a second game. It feels like a family here because we stay here 4 days already.
Well, we're very happy to have you guys here with us. Is there anyone you'd like to greet or say hello to?
Hello, I am Chen Jie. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Back to the panel.
All right, thank you, Franny. Congratulations, Chen Chia and the rest of KINGWHALE Taipei. They did their best, and it was definitely good enough in today's match, winning in 5 sets against PLDT.
You like it also that they're attributing this win because of the familiarity, because they've been staying here for 4 days, so that
already.
made a difference for them.
Highlights in set number 5. PLDT started off pretty well, Lorene.
Yeah, I mean, it's for the fans, obviously, it's a disappointing ending to what we can say was a good match. But we just have to give it to these young guns from KINGWHALE because they were the ones who really fought every way. They weren't unfazed. They were unfazed when PLDT had the lead, and just give it to them. For PLDT, you just want to learn from this. You're still hoping that you can make it to the finals. Maybe Signal can beat them or Green9 can beat them. No, if it's win over the other, it's gonna be tough. But anyway, it was a good showing for PLDT. Look at the numbers in terms of attacks by 1, negated by block, negated by service, and look at the opponent's errors. That's one thing that we saw. The improvement of KINGWHALE is adjusting to minimizing their errors, and hats off to the KINGWHALE.
We go back to Phil Oil Eco Oil Center this Friday for a 1-game schedule. This time, league leading Greenline Cool Smashers, currently at 3-0 in the standings, take on the 2-0 KINGWHALE Taipei. That's at 4 p.m. 5-set win for KINGWHALE Taipei. PLDT falls down to 2-2 in the standings. Thanks to our director Raul De Ocampo, for Franny Reyes, Noreen Go, and Eric Tipan. Thank you for watching our coverage of the semifinals today. It continues on Friday at the Phil Oil Eco Oil Center. We say goodbye from the Mall of Asia Arena in Pasay City. This is the PVL, the heart of volleyball.